Hello, and thank you for joining me today. Let's be honest with ourselves for a moment. When you truly think about getting older, what really comes to mind? Is it a future filled with a cabinet of prescription bottles, each one a reminder of a new problem? Is it a constant worry about the genes you were handed, wondering if they're a ticking time bomb? Or perhaps it's the overwhelming pressure, the feeling that you need to be running marathons just to stay afloat. It can feel like a losing battle, can't it? But what if I told you that the secret to a long, vibrant life has very little to do with any of that? As a physician who has spent decades sitting with patients, listening to their stories, the truth I've seen firsthand is this: longevity isn't a lottery. It's built, piece by piece, by the small, daily choices we often overlook. I'm not speaking from a textbook. I'm speaking from experience. I've had the great privilege of knowing countless wonderful people, folks who walked into their 90s with their wits and their humor fully intact. And the reason wasn't some magic pill or a winning genetic ticket. It was because they successfully learned how to avoid a few simple, yet incredibly powerful, mental traps that trip so many of us up. And that is exactly why I made this video for you today. In our time together, we are going to walk through it all. I'm going to share 5 detrimental phrases you must stop saying, 5 common mistakes that quietly erode your health, and I will reveal the 5 essential brain foods you need to ensure your later years are your very best years. And please, do me this one favor. Make sure you stay with me until the very end, because the final secret we'll discuss, the one about your purpose in life, is perhaps the single most powerful shield against Alzheimer's that science has ever discovered. It's that important. Before we dive in, I truly want to know if this resonates with you. If those worries I mentioned at the start, the pills, the genetics, the pressure, if any of that feels familiar, please just take a moment and comment a simple yes below. It helps me know we're on the right path, and more importantly, it shows others in this community that they are absolutely not alone. Okay, let's get started. Alright, let's begin with the first part of our discussion. Part 1. 5 phrases you must eliminate. These are the mental traps, the quiet thoughts that can do more damage than we realize. Phrase number 1. I have nothing left to contribute. Oh, this one is a quiet poison to the soul. It's a thought that often creeps in after retirement, or when the kids are grown and have families of their own. You look around, and the world seems to be spinning on without you needing to push it. This feeling of uselessness isn't just a sad thought. It's a dangerous state for your brain. Your mind is built to solve problems, to engage, to be of service. When it's not, it can lead to a sense of depression and a very real, measurable cognitive decline. In fact, groundbreaking research from Stanford University revealed a startling truth. Older adults who lack a strong sense of purpose have a mortality risk that is 2.5 times higher. I think of a patient of mine, a wonderful gentleman named Arthur who was an engineer his whole life. After he retired, he felt lost. He told me those exact words. "Doc, I feel like I have nothing left to give." We talked, and he ended up volunteering twice a week at a local high school, mentoring their robotics club. The change was incredible. His mind lit up again. So please, let's eliminate that thought. Replace it with this one: I have a lifetime of experience to share. Start today. Write down your life story for your grandchildren. Call up a young person in your family and offer them advice. Your wisdom is a treasure, and sharing it keeps the treasure chest, your brain, active and strong. Phrase number 2. My morning coffee or tea is hydrating enough. This is one of the most common and most deceptive mistakes I see in my practice. We love our morning ritual, that warm cup of coffee or tea. It feels comforting. But here's the scientific reality. Caffeinated drinks are diuretics. That means they make you lose water. As we get older, our body's natural thirst signal becomes less reliable. We simply don't feel thirsty as acutely as we used to. This creates a perfect storm for mild, chronic dehydration, which is a primary, hidden cause of that afternoon brain fog, sudden dizziness, and unexplained fatigue that so many seniors experience. I remember a patient, Eleanor, who was convinced she was having memory problems because by 3 p.m. every day, she felt confused and exhausted. We didn't start with complex tests. We started with a simple water bottle. I asked her to make it her new best friend. The result? Within a week, her memory problems had vanished. It was simply dehydration. So I urge you, make this a non-negotiable goal. Aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses of plain water every single day. Keep a dedicated water bottle right by your favorite chair and sip on it constantly. It's the simplest, most powerful thing you can do for your brain's clarity. If you've ever felt that afternoon brain fog, comment water below as a promise to yourself to drink more. Phrase number 3, I'm just going to lie down for a little while. This phrase is almost always said right after a nice, big meal. It seems so harmless, so natural. But this seemingly innocent habit can be incredibly hard on your body. When you lie down immediately after eating, you are dramatically increasing your risk for severe acid reflux, or what doctors call GERD. Here's why this becomes more dangerous as we age. The muscle at the top of our stomach, the one that keeps acid down, naturally weakens over time. Lying down gives that stomach acid a straight, easy path back up into your esophagus. This doesn't just cause that uncomfortable heartburn and disrupt your sleep. Over years, the constant exposure to acid can lead to serious damage and has been linked in numerous studies to an increased risk for esophageal cancer. It's a risk that is so easy to avoid. So from now on, let gravity be your friend. After you finish a main meal, please remain sitting upright or take a gentle stroll around the house for at least 2 hours before you recline. Let your body do its work properly. It's a simple change that protects your long-term health in a profound way. Phrase number 4, I tried that already, it didn't work. I hear this most often when it comes to exercise or a new health habit. It is the voice of early surrender. And my friends, this thought process is how frailty begins. So often, our minds give up long before our bodies ever would have. Perhaps you tried jogging, and it made your knees ache, so you declared, exercise isn't for me. But that's like trying one food you dislike and deciding you'll never eat again. The real problem isn't the effort, it's the approach. As we age, we can't just rely on raw force. We have to rely on wisdom and adaptability. A body in motion stays in motion, and a body at rest begins to decline. It's a simple law of physics and biology. So, I want you to replace that defeated phrase with a hopeful one. I will try a different approach. If jogging strains your joints, discover the wonder of swimming, which has zero impact. If you're worried about balance, explore gentle chair yoga classes you can find for free online. Persistence isn't about banging your head against the same wall. It's about having the wisdom to look for a door. That is the action of a truly resilient and youthful mind. Phrase number 5, I'm too tired to write down what the doctor said. This one truly worries me. We often go into a doctor's appointment feeling anxious, and we leave with a flood of new information. New medications, new instructions, new terminology. It is almost impossible for anyone, at any age, to remember everything perfectly. As we get older, our short-term memory isn't the reliable steel trap it once was, especially under stress. I can't tell you how many serious medication errors I've seen that all started with a simple misunderstanding. A patient who thought they remembered the dosage correctly but didn't. This isn't a failure of intelligence. It's a failure of system. Your memory is a fantastic tool, but it is not a storage unit. So please, make this your new unbreakable rule. Always carry a small notebook and a pen to every single appointment. Before you even go in, write down your 3 most important questions. Then, as the doctor is speaking, write down the answers and the names of the medications. This simple, 5-cent notebook is the most powerful safety device you can own. It empowers you, protects you, and ensures you are truly in control of your own health journey. This is so important. If this tip surprised you, comment wow below. Alright, now for part 2. 5 health-eroding mistakes to fix. These are the common everyday behaviors that can quietly weaken our physical and mental resilience over time. Mistake number 6. Letting the brain retire. There is a dangerous belief in our culture that when you retire from your job, you also retire your mind. This is a profound mistake. Your brain is not a machine that wears out with use. It's more like a muscle that weakens with disuse. It operates on a powerful principle. Use it or lose it. When we stop challenging ourselves with new information and new skills, The intricate network of connections in our brain begins to stagnate, which is a fast track to cognitive decline. The good news is, your brain has a remarkable ability called neurogenesis. It means it can still create new connections and new brain cells well into your 80s and 90s, but only if you give it a reason to. I think of a woman named Carol, a former accountant. After she retired, she told me she felt her sharpness fading. She decided to learn Italian for a trip she dreamed of. She later told me, "Doc, it was like turning the lights back on in a dusty room." The solution isn't to go back to school. It's to commit just 15 minutes a day to learning one new thing. Pick up that old guitar. Download a language app on your phone. Or tackle a truly challenging jigsaw puzzle. This is not a hobby. It's essential maintenance for your mind. Mistake number 7. Ignoring chronic heartburn. So many of us brush off that burning sensation in our chest as just a little indigestion from something we ate. We take an antacid and move on. But when this becomes a chronic, recurring issue, it is a significant warning sign that you must not ignore. Persistent acid reflux does far more than just cause discomfort. It severely disrupts the quality of your sleep, often without you even realizing it. This lack of deep, restorative sleep can worsen other conditions like sleep apnea and contribute to chronic stress. And what do chronic stress and poor sleep do? They flood your brain with harmful inflammatory chemicals, directly damaging your cognitive health and memory. It's a vicious cycle. The heartburn ruins your sleep, the poor sleep harms your brain, and the stress makes the heartburn worse. Please, if this is happening to you more than twice a week, don't just treat the symptom. Talk to your physician. Getting to the root cause of the reflux is not just about stomach health. It's a critical step in protecting your brain from long-term, silent damage. It's all connected. Mistake number 8. Watching TV all day. In our modern world, it is so easy to let the recliner become our command center. But I need to be direct with you here. A sedentary lifestyle, sitting for hours on end, is devastating to your health as you age. In fact, many in the medical community are now calling prolonged sitting the new smoking, because its negative impact is that significant. When you sit for extended periods, your metabolism slows to a crawl, your large muscle groups are inactive, and your circulation becomes sluggish. This directly contributes to weight gain, high blood pressure, and a dramatically increased risk for cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes, all conditions that are detrimental to brain health. The fix, however, is wonderfully simple. It's called the 30-minute rule. For every 30 minutes you find yourself sitting, set a timer. When it goes off, simply stand up. Stretch your arms, walk to the kitchen for a glass of water, or march in place during a commercial break. Just 5 minutes of movement is enough to reset your metabolism and get your blood flowing again. If you promise to try the 30-minute rule, comment moving below. Mistake number 9. Ignoring hearing loss. This is a subtle mistake, and it's one born out of a desire not to be a bother. It's nodding and smiling during a conversation in a noisy restaurant when you've missed half of what was said. It's turning the TV up louder and louder. But trying to fake your way through hearing loss is one of the most taxing things you can do to your brain. Groundbreaking research from Johns Hopkins University has established a profound link between untreated hearing loss and an increased risk of dementia. Here's why. When you can't hear properly, your brain has to work overtime, diverting huge amounts of energy and resources just to decode the sounds around you. This constant strain leaves it mentally exhausted, with fewer resources left for memory, focus, and critical thinking. It also leads to social isolation, as conversations become frustrating, which is another major risk factor for cognitive decline. Getting your hearing checked annually is as crucial as checking your blood pressure. Addressing hearing loss isn't about vanity. It's about preserving your mental energy and staying connected to the world you love. Mistake number 10. Walking alone in the dark. This mistake is born from a simple overconfidence in the body we remember, not the body we have today. We trust the eyesight that served us so well at 30 or 40. But the reality is, after age 65, our peripheral vision and our ability to see in low-light conditions decline significantly. A simple trip to the bathroom in the middle of the night can become a hazardous journey. A single fall can be a life-altering event, leading to a broken hip, a loss of independence, and a cascade of health problems. Safety in our later years isn't something we can assume. It's something we must actively build into our environment. The fix is both easy and inexpensive. Install motion sensor nightlights in your hallways, your bathroom, and by your entryway. They cost just a few dollars at the hardware store and provide a gentle, automatic light path. And if you must go out after dusk, even just to take out the trash, please carry a small, powerful flashlight. This isn't about being fearful. It's about being smart and taking the simple steps necessary to protect your precious independence for years to come. Now, let's move on to the fuel for your brain. Part 3. 5 Essential Brain Foods. Think of these as the powerhouse ingredients for a sharper mind. Food number 11. Berries. Specifically, blueberries and strawberries. I want you to think of these delicious little fruits as your brain's personal bodyguards. They are absolutely packed with powerful antioxidants called flavonoids. These compounds are experts at protecting your brain cells from the daily damage and stress that contribute to aging. Eating them regularly has been directly linked in numerous studies to slowing cognitive decline and improving short-term memory. A patient of mine, a lovely woman named Susan, started adding a small handful of blueberries to her oatmeal every single morning. After a few months, she told me she was no longer walking into a room and forgetting why she was there. A small handful a day is all it takes. And please, don't worry if fresh berries are too expensive or out of season. Frozen berries are picked at their peak ripeness and are just as nutritious, and often more affordable. They are a simple, delicious, and powerful investment in your brain's future. Food number 12. Fatty fish. I'm talking about fish like salmon, herring, and mackerel. These fish are the single best dietary source of a specific type of omega-3 fatty acid called DHA. Now, this is important. DHA is a primary structural component of your brain and the retina of your eye. Think of it like the insulation on an electrical wire. Without proper insulation, the electrical signal, the communication between your brain cells, becomes slow and fuzzy. A brain rich in DHA is a brain that communicates clearly and efficiently. A lack of DHA is linked to memory problems and an increased risk for Alzheimer's. Aim for at least 2 servings of fatty fish per week. A simple baked or grilled salmon fillet is a perfect meal. If you truly dislike fish, please talk to your doctor about taking a high-quality fish oil supplement. It's one of the few supplements that has strong scientific backing for brain health. Let me know your favorite way to eat salmon. Comment fish if you love it too. Food number 13. Dark leafy greens. This means spinach, kale, collard greens, and broccoli. I often tell my patients to think of these greens as the multivitamin of the plant world, specifically designed for your brain. They are loaded with a team of brain-loving nutrients like vitamin K, lutein, folate, and beta-carotene. Each of these plays a vital role. For example, studies have shown that vitamin K is involved in maintaining the health of our brain cells, and folate is crucial for clear thinking. Research from Rush University found that people who ate just 1 to 2 servings of these greens daily had the cognitive abilities of a person 11 years younger than those who ate none. That is a stunning result from such a simple habit. And it's easier than you think to get them in. You can blend a large handful of spinach into a morning smoothie. I promise you won't even taste it. You can wilt some kale into a soup or a stew, or simply have a small side salad with your dinner. Food number 14. Nuts and seeds. Specifically, I want to highlight walnuts. It's almost as if nature gave us a clue, because a walnut looks remarkably like a tiny human brain. And it turns out, they are one of the best foods for it. Walnuts are a unique nut because they are high in both omega-3 fatty acids, similar to fatty fish, and a powerful antioxidant, vitamin E. Vitamin E is known to help protect our nerve cells from oxidative stress, which is a form of cellular rust that contributes to aging and cognitive decline. Flax seeds are another wonderful source of these healthy fats. A small, controlled handful, about 1/4 cup, makes for a perfect daily snack. They are calorie-dense, so moderation is key. But swapping out a less healthy snack, like crackers or chips, for a small portion of walnuts is a powerful upgrade for your brain's health. It's a simple snack that provides complex, lasting benefits for your mind. Food number 15. Turmeric. This bright yellow spice, common in curry powder, contains a superstar compound called curcumin. Curcumin is one of the most potent natural anti-inflammatory agents on the planet. This is critically important because we now understand that chronic, low-grade inflammation is a major driving factor in almost every age-related disease, including Alzheimer's disease. What makes curcumin so special is that it can cross the blood-brain barrier, meaning it can get directly into your brain and work its anti-inflammatory magic right where it's needed most. It helps clear away the cellular debris that can build up and cause problems. Incorporating it is simple. You can add it generously to soups, stews, and roasted vegetables. Or you can try a daily golden milk latte. It's a wonderfully soothing drink made by warming up a cup of milk with a teaspoon of turmeric and a tiny pinch of black pepper. The pepper is crucial, as it contains a compound that helps your body absorb the curcumin much more effectively. It's an ancient spice with very modern, brain-protective science behind it. So, there you have it. We've just unlocked the longevity code together. And as you can see, it's not some complicated, secret science. It's the very code that those vibrant, sharp-minded 90-year-olds I mentioned at the very beginning live by. They didn't get there by luck. They got there through simple, daily wisdom. I want you to leave here today holding on to this one powerful truth. A strong body and a sharp mind in our later years are not random gifts from above. They are the direct result of the small, conscious choices we make, day in and day out. Your brain is not finished. It is still fully capable of learning and growing, as long as you give it the right tools and the permission to do so. And that brings me to one final, important question for you, because knowledge is only powerful when we put it into action. So, what is the one commitment you are making to yourself after watching this video? It could be as simple as, I will put a water bottle by my chair, or I will try a new brain food this week. It could even be, I will call my son just to share a story. Please, share your personal commitment in the comments below. When you write it down, it becomes real, and you will undoubtedly inspire others in our community to take that first step. And if you found real value and encouragement in our time together, please show your support by giving this video a like. It truly helps this message reach others who might need to hear it today. To ensure you continue on this journey with us, and never miss another video full of this kind of life-changing wisdom, I invite you to hit that subscribe button. It's more than just subscribing, it's joining a community of friends, all of us dedicated to living our best years together. And finally, think of just one person, a friend, a spouse, a sibling, who needs to hear this message, and please consider sharing it with them. You never know, you might just change their life. Always remember this. Your sense of purpose is the most powerful anti-aging medicine on the planet. Thank you for your time.